Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Shocking reports about your money. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo.
Said and a lot written about income inequality, about how unfair it is that a few people are very rich and the rest of us aren't, that the income gap between the wealthy and even the middle class, let alone the poor, is so large. There's only one problem with this complaint. It's wrong.
I believe that mankind has looked at poverty in that same way, as if it were a fiction, as if pretending that
For those people, Sandra, who are coming into the labor force brand fresh, not old-timers who've been around for a while, the poor, the minorities, the disenfranchised, those with less education, young people who haven't had the job experience.
You have to do something and not rely on the government. You have to be self-reliant. That means you might have to go back to school.
If you tax rich people too much, then you'll get less revenue for the government.
Not old-timers who've been around for a while, the poor, the minorities, the disenfranchised, those with less education, young people.
So you listen to me and you listen well.
You are a fool. A fool.
Would you please just stop being so fucking pleasant? I'm sorry, but not everything needs to sound so goddamn clever or charming or likable all the time. Sometimes we need to just be able to say things to one another. We need to hear things. Look, let's establish once again that there is a huge poverty. And the reason we know that there is poverty, we saw it with our own eyes. I mean, for God's sake, what other proof do we need? And if we can't all agree at the base is not a fucking good thing, what the hell happened to us? I mean, my God, how do we even talk to each other? What have we done to ourselves? How do we fix it? I'm just telling you the fucking truth.
I think this would be a good time to establish that Isherwell and the president have both said that there's benefits to be had.
Right, well, the president fucking lied! I think this whole administration has completely lost their fucking mind! And I think we're all gonna die!
Deadly. A 74-year-old homeless Montreal man was pronounced dead after being rushed to the hospital due to hypothermia on Monday night. His death comes almost 2 months after 61-year-old Inuk elder Elizabeth Butacook was found dead in a downtown construction site after looking for a warm place to stay.
They've cut our funding. We're closing down our offices next week. The city has cut funding across the board. Social services is part of that. This is the last time we'll be meeting.
Okay.
They don't give a shit about people like you, Arthur. And they really don't give a shit about people like me either.
3 punks slash squeezies walking into the terrace. The first thing they did when they walked into the terrace, they start burping.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars.
Have you seen what it's like out there, Murray?
I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get
Nobody's
mad.
civil anymore.
You've got to say, I'm a human being.
Thinks
God damn it.
like
my life has value.
You think men like Thomas Wayne ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves?
They don't. All of you to get up out of your chairs.
That we'll just sit there and
get up right
like
now,
good little
go to the
boys.
window,
That we won't work
open it,
and go
and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
A mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash.
Stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take